All right, away from COVID, because believe it or not, we all need somewhat of a break from that. But still, how's this? As you know, China does everything they can to try to come after Australia because of our sin. And remember what our dark sin was? Our dark sin was, of course, standing up to China after the very thing that has ruined the Western world and killed so many people got out of control, let me put it that way, in China. So what China is doing, apart from tariffs on this and pretending that there's problems with barley or all the rest of it on the trade front, is they are using the power that they have started to amass in places like the United Nations to try and put black eyes on environment or cultural issues in this country. So UNESCO, which is the environment group, which had its meeting in China, which has a very heavy say from China, is trying to pretend that the Great Barrier Reef needs to be listed as endangered. All because we wanted an inquiry about how something that killed so many people, and you are being sent to your room in Melbourne tonight and have been for a few weeks in Sydney. Come on. If you're looking for a reason why this government in particular has challenged and stood up for the right things, the battle with China is it. But how's this? We also learned today about how China is actually handling maritime issues right now. As you know, with the South China Sea, they simply invented islands. And we learned today that there is apparently huge amounts of human waste which are starting to turn up around reefs in the South China Sea. Let me explain. Apparently they are destroying coral reefs as a result of sewage which is being bled out from these man-made islands. China has been accused by the Philippines, by the way, of turning the disputed South China Sea into a cesspool, with mass discharge of raw human sewage destroying coral reefs. A couple of local politicians. It's not only reclaiming land by its actions, it's also renaming it the West Philippine Sea. The head of the Philippine Senate has also said that by turning reefs into toilets, two man-made things are now visible from space: the Great Wall of China and the Great Wastes of China at sea. Another politician in the Philippines said that China is treating us as a toilet. It's in clear violation of both international and local environment laws. This adds insult to injury. We are not the dumping site of any country, let alone a nation laying claims to our territory. So before China uses its power in the United Nations to have a go at us about the Great Barrier Reef, feel free to clean up the sludge that you are currently throwing into coral reefs of your man-made islands in the South China Sea.